Pickett looked for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. The Packers at 7-2 here on the year. Their head coach, he's got them believing in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now. And
I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 15.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. This defense for the Packers, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Back to throw, Pickett. Pass complete, George Pickens with it. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out. Pickett sets up play action.
Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
I have a few questions about that throw because to me there just wasn't a lot there. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much, almost tried to will a receiver open when there was no chance he was going to be. Nice job by the linebacker being all over that one and knocking it away.
Throwing on second and long. Pickett. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes and throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
And now this ball picked up in the end zone. Remember, this is a live ball. First down carry by Jones. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up second down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now whistles here. Flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. That's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. And he's got it. And it's a Packers touchdown. Josiah DeGuara, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. But, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Finds Pickens out right. Finding room at midfield. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Off play action, Pickett. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. He's going to try and go deep again. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers, throw over the middle, caught by DeGuara. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the option, it's Jones. Down to about the 32. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Steps away to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Rodgers now to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Now Rodgers, and just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Hey, 88, 88, 88. Number 50, hey, you block over here. Come.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together.
Well, it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. Rodgers sliding to a stop with a first down. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Take it in at the 3. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run again with Harris. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Down to about the 23.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Now a give, running left is Harris. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett.
He'll buy some time right. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Pickett to throw on first down.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Packers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
On play action, it's Rodgers.
He'll find DeGuara complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
From the gun, it's Rodgers.
Open man left side, it's the tight end DeGuara. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
And again, it's Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
2nd and 11 at the 41.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. It's caught at the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 33 yards that time. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. Touchdown! Josiah DeGuara, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Packers add on to their 4th quarter lead, and they are on their way to improving to 8-2.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24.
After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Back to throw, Pickett. Pickens on the slant.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this when I think the part of their plan was to hit him over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation time.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Devin Bush driving in and picking up the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Here's Rodgers. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. On 1st down, Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Patterson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Mecole Hardman, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Packers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. Just silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try to run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack.
They'll set up to throw. And this one is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Rodgers looking to throw. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
The partner, he has carried them in this ball game, throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sand.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Rashawn Gary bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
Let's go ahead and put check marks by it all, partner. No points. Down by 4 touchdowns. Haven't had anything going today on offense. Why not add a late sack to the mix? Obviously a day to forget for all involved. Let's give plenty of credit to this defensive effort. They've been excellent from start to finish.
One final shot for Pickett.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. So it's all over.